Alright, hey guys, OmniGame here and I'm back with another CeX Pickups video, and today guys, as you can see in front of you, not a whole lot of pickups for this video. This pickups video is going to be a little bit shorter than usual because I don't really have a lot to say about these games. I mean, I only picked up 4 games when I went to CEX yesterday, and to be honest, when I went into CEX, the game selection wasn't as good as it has been before. There was only a few things that caught my eye, like for example, I saw a Nintendo DSi game there. Yes, a DSi game, because for those of you who don't know, they actually did make physical DSi games that only worked on the DSi. I mean, they work on the 3DS as well, but back when they first came out, they only worked on the DSi because they required the camera. And yeah, so I found a DSi game at CEX. It was called Face Training. I didn't buy it or anything, but yeah, it was a DSi only game, which you literally never see ever at a used game store. And yeah, there was some other things as well. I found 2 copies of True Crime Streets of LA there. I found the PS2 and Xbox version there for sale. Both had completely different prices. I think the Xbox version was like £1.50 and the PS2 version was like 50p or something. I didn't pick up either of those because I've already got True Crime on the GameCube. But yeah, just a fun thing I thought I'd take a photo of. But anyway, these are the 4 games that I brought. So without further ado, let's just go through them. Alright, so starting off with the cheapest game of the pile, Matt Hoffman's Probium X for the PC. Now, let me just move this pile a bit. So, yeah, this is a game that I already own for the original PlayStation, but this is the PC version, and the main reason why I brought this was simply because it was cheap. I mean, it was only 50p, and like, Matt Hoffman's Probium X, it was never my favourite of the Activision 02 spin-off games. I mean, it was decent, and I played the first game more than I played the second one, but it was never really my favourite. But because I found it there for 50p, and because I haven't brought a PC game in well over a year, plus I want to expand my Activision 02 collection, you know, I want to get more of the Activision 02 games. I mean, I've got all of them, but yeah, I want to get like a few more versions of all different games, if that makes sense. And yeah, this was only 50p, so I was like, fuck it. It's a game that should work on my PC. I mean, Call of Duty 1 works fine on my PC, so I can imagine this will probably run fine as well. It is complete. Got the disc and manual right there. And yeah, I was looking to see if they had any of the Tony Hawk games on PC, because I do want to get Pro Skater 2 and 3 on PC, but unfortunately they didn't have those. They only had this, so I was like, why not? You know, it was only 50p, so I was like, you know, screw it. Alright, and then next up is the most expensive game on the pile, Super Mario Sunshine for the GameCube. Yep, I know, I only just made a GameCube collection video like 2-3 days ago, and already I buy another GameCube game. But yeah, this was one of the games that I mentioned in my GameCube game collection video that I really wanted to get. You know, I listed off a bunch of GameCube games that I really wanted, and Super Mario Sunshine was one of them. And what do you know, like 3 days after I made that video, I actually got Super Mario Sunshine. Now, this is a game that I have played before, and technically I do own, because I own the 3D All-Stars collection on Nintendo Switch. But this is, of course, the original GameCube release of Sunshine, and this was the only copy they had. It's a little bit grubby, it's got like some disgusting like marks on it and stuff, but yeah, it's the only copy they had. It comes in the original purple case, which I think this is the only GameCube game to come in a purple case. But yeah, it has no manual, unfortunately, and the disc holder is a bit broken, as you can see. But yeah, Super Mario Sunshine, it cost me 25 quid, which, you know, I mean, like I mentioned in the last video, GameCube stuff is pretty expensive, but I was like, you know what, because I still have quite a lot of money left from my birthday last year, I decided to go for it. I mean, you probably could find this game cheap on eBay, maybe just slightly, but usually the first-party Nintendo stuff tends to be the most expensive, especially on the GameCube. I mean, Smash Bros. Melee is a great example of that. I mean, you're lucky to find a complete in-box copy of that for less than like 40 quid. You know, I mean, at least this isn't as expensive as that, but still. GameCube stuff is pricey, people. It's very pricey. Alright, next, we got an original Xbox game, GoldenEye Rogue Agent. Now, this is an interesting one. This is a game that I've wanted to get since last year. I would say since about like May of last year. I've wanted to get this game, and it it's interesting because despite the fact it shares the name GoldenEye with, of course, Rare's classic N64 game, it actually has nothing to do with it. This game is completely unrelated to not just the N64 game, but even the movie. You know, it has nothing to do with either of those. The only reason why it's called GoldenEye is because EA just wanted to cash in on the name because, you know, GoldenEye is such a legendary game, and they wanted, you know, people to think this was like the sequel or something. And B, the character in the game that you play as actually literally has a golden eye. That's the only reason why it's called GoldenEye. Other than that, it has nothing to do with the original N64 game or the movie. Like, literally nothing to do with it. But yeah, this was £1.50, and you know, I mean, it looks interesting. I mean, I've looked at a few reviews online, and some people say it's pretty mediocre, but I want to give this game a try. You know, I want to play some of the James Bond first-person shooters. I've only got Quantum of Solace for the 360, and of course this. So yeah, I want to give some of the James Bond FPSs a shot, because I heard a lot of them are pretty good. Of course, GoldenEye is the legendary one everyone knows, but even some of the ones after that, you know, I've heard were pretty good. Alright, and then last but not least, we have Tekken 6 for the Xbox 360. This is a game I've wanted for so many damn years. Now, I don't know if any of you know this, but I actually own pretty much almost every Tekken game released on consoles. I have every Tekken for the PS1, so Tekken 1 through 3, every Tekken for the PS2, Tag Tournament through 5, and I also have Tekken Advance for the GBA as well. But the ones I was missing is everything after Tekken 5. And I want to own every single Tekken game released on consoles. I mean, I know there's also a PSP game, like Dark Resurrection or something, but I'm not too fussed on getting that. I just want to get all the console Tekken games. And yeah, now I've finally got Tekken 6 for the 360, of course. And yeah, I really like the Tekken games. My favourite is probably Tekken 3 on the original PlayStation. And yeah, hopefully one day I would love to get all the console Tekkens. I just need to get Tag Tournament 2 and Tekken 7, and then I've got all the console Tekken games officially. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is everything I brought at CeX today. Like I said earlier, pretty random selection of games, but still some of these I've wanted for a really long time. And yeah, anyway, I know it's a bit of a short one, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and peace.